Alright, so let's talk compression. One of the most discussed topics within the audio or mixing community, probably, anyways. And many people hate it, many people love it, many people are confused by it, and therefore they hate it because they have no clue what the fuck that is. What is compression? What does it do? Why do we need compression? Why does everybody tell me that compression is something that I need to use? If you're one of those people and you feel like this resonates with you, trust me, I was one of those people, and I used to dread compression. Everyone talked about it, everyone told me to use it all over the place, and I had no clue why, and no one would explain that to me. So it got frustrating, right? Well, in this video, I'm just gonna try to quickly, and very briefly, try to simplify what compression does, and try to help you understand in a very simple manner. So without further ado, before we get into this video, actually, go onto my channel, my YouTube channel, and hit that little bell notification icon, which helps you see my videos. They pop up in your feed if you subscribe to me. So hit that if you like my videos and if you want to keep following what I do. Also, comment, like, and subscribe, and put a thumbs up, please. That helps me a lot to reach out to more people, and helps the YouTube algorithm to think that my videos are actually useful to people. So yeah, let's dive right into it. Compression. So basically what compression is, let's look at this waveform right here. Try to make it a bit smaller. Okay, that's probably good. Let's look at this one. I'll cut it up for you. Okay, so what compression does, if you look at this note, the beginning here is the loudest point. Right here is the loudest point in volume that this little audio snippet contains. So here it's the loudest, and then it gradually goes down to the lowest point, right? That's pretty basic to see. And this is where the note starts. This is a guitar, so this is when the string gets plucked, roughly. And then it becomes loud, and it gradually vibrates to a very low volume. And let's say that this is a rock and roll solo guitar, or a metal solo guitar, or just a solo guitar. A guitar that plays a nice little solo. Basically, if it's a very busy song, let's say you have tons of layers going on, like drums, synths, many different styles of vocals or a choir or something that can distract the listener from the solo guitar that you want to really, and you want that solo guitar to shine. You want every nuance and every detail and every part of this solo guitar, you want that to really stick out and be audible to the listener without having to push up the volume so goddamn much that it takes over the entire mix or the entire song. You just want this to be very even. Or let's say another scenario could be that this lead guitar is very uneven. Sometimes when certain notes that get strummed in this solo guitar are way too loud, and sometimes they stick out and make this harsh string noise that just cuts through your ears, but you don't want to have to sit there and adjust the volume throughout the entire thing. Plus, you still want the nuances and details that comes from the lower volume parts to shine through. Basically, what compression does is, depending on how you set it up, of course, but generally, to make it as easy as possible to understand, is that a compressor will take the lowest part lowest volumes or the details in the recording that are very low in volume. They can even exist here. Let's say you have a buzzing string in the background that you can't really hear because it's very low in volume. Well, a compressor will take the lowest, tiniest little details of this note right here, or what happens during this note right here, and push the highest volume and the lowest volumes closer together. So let's say this is the lowest here, my hand. This is the lowest part of the volume or of the note, and this is the highest part, sorry. Then what a compressor does is it pushes them like this. And you can choose how much you want them to be pushed together, but basically it evens out the entire recording, which can be very useful if there's like a little nice string slide down here to this note that you feel disappear in the mix. Then a compressor will help that to get closer to the maximum volume of this note, which makes for a better sounding lead guitar in some cases. In some cases you might not want compression, but essentially what I listen for to decide if I need it or not is basically, does this recording sound uneven? Does it sound way too dynamic? Is it fluctuating in volume way too much? Or are there nuances and details in this recording that I don't hear when it's added into the mix, but I can hear them when the track is soloed, and you want them to stick out into the song? And if that's the case, then I will use a compressor. And in this video, I'm not going to go through how to set up a compressor and what the settings do exactly. But I just wanted to clarify for you that compression is a very handy tool, and you should not fear to use it. You should just try to keep it simple in your mind what it actually does. Don't try to overcomplicate it, because that's what I did for a long time, and that's why I ended up dreading to use it. After I stopped overcomplicating what a compressor did and just knew what I was actually listening for and knew what the compressor actually did, in very simple terms, that made it much less scary for me. So I hope that helps you to get some new perspective on compression, especially if you're new to this entire thing of mixing, because compression can be super nice. And honestly, I use it almost everywhere today. When I mix, it's almost on every track sometimes. So yeah, I would say compression and EQ are the two things to focus on the most when you just start out, because they're gonna save you if you get really good at them. They're gonna make your mixes sound amazing. So yeah, hope that helps. Take care. See you in the next video, and I hope I could clarify compression for you. Also, leave a comment, thumbs up, subscribe, click that notification bell in my channel, and if you like the video, of course. I love you all, and I appreciate all the help I can get to make my channel reach more people. I appreciate you all as well. So yeah, see you in the next one.